guys, today we're doing a full face of L'Oreal. I already did my eyebrows with their Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. It does pull a tiny bit warm. This is actually my second one of these. I do really like this brow pencil. If you were looking for a good one at the drugstore, get this. Also, I have two primers. They're not exactly primers. This is the Visible Lift Luminous Serum Tint in Rose, and then their Magic Lumi, which I actually got on sale. I just mixed these together and it gave me this glow. Then I am going to go in with the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This is my second one of these, and I actually have another shade. So I have two of these open right now. I love this foundation. I highly, highly recommend it. This is the shade Ivory Buff, which is the one I just recently got because vanilla was a little too warm for me, which is the one I have in there. And I actually used one of those up, and after I used it up, I realized, oh, this might be a little warm on me. Then I have the Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Oatmeal. So I'm going to use these two. And then I do have the pressed powder version of this foundation in the shade Vanilla. This is too dark for underneath my eyes, so I will set the perimeter of my face, and anywhere I use highlight or concealer to highlight, like under my eyes, center of the face, I will use a translucent powder, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did use a lighter powder around the places I want highlighted, and then they did not have an eyeshadow primer by L'Oreal where I went. I don't even think L'Oreal has an eyeshadow primer, so I just used a different one. Now, the most exciting part. The eyeshadow palette. This smells like peaches. It smells so, so good. I really want to do something bronzy, maybe a little smoky. We will see where it goes, but I'm going to start with this shade in the crease. This is my first time dipping into this palette. I have swatched some of the shades. I am really impressed with how this is blending out so far. I am really enjoying this. So we're going to deepen that with a bit of the shade right next to it and see how these colors blend together. I will note, this is very, very powdery. There is a lot of kick up, but these blend out so easily. I'm not even mad. And do you see that pigmentation? I am not mad about it. I'm going to use a bit of this on the outer corner. And then I don't know which one of these I want to use on the lid yet. I'll find out. Okay, so I used both of those metallics. I used this shade more towards this outer portion, kind of overlapping that outer corner shade. And then this one on the middle and like innermost part. They're not as shimmery. Like, the swatch looks really good, and then you go to put it on your eye, and it's not as metallic, but it's still beautiful. Okay. To finish off the eyeshadow, I took this shade right here for the inner corner and brow bone. Now I am trying out this eyeliner. It is their matte signature eyeliner in black. I'm not a big fan of wells like this, and I don't like felt tip, so it's kind of like a double whammy on my part. But I had already tried their cat eye one. I don't remember what it's called, but it basically has like the eyeliner stencil, and it's a pen form, and it's a brush tip. That one is really good. I just didn't have it anymore. Mine got old and crusty, so I wanted to try a different one for this video. It's not going well because I'm not used to wells for one or felt tips, and it keeps drying up, so I have to keep re-dipping it, and I cannot get it even. I'll be back. This eyeliner is a no-go for me, especially when it comes to wings. This is just really fucking hard to do, and there's better for cheaper. Like I said, I wanted to give it a go. This is something newer, and it had this handle which is supposed to make it easier to do eyeliner. It's not making it any easier. It's definitely not making it harder. This felt tip though is way too flexible. Way too flexible. I'm gonna break from the eyes before I get frustrated. I am going to dip back into this eyeshadow palette because I actually don't have any L'Oreal cheek products. I used to have some of their blushes that were part of this collection, and they were also peach scented, but one broke, and then the other one was just really fucking old. We're going to use this for blush, bronzer, and highlighter. I am going to attempt to mix these two maybe for blush. This shade and maybe this lighter shade for bronzer. And then what I use for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to use for highlight. I will let you know what I end up doing because it might not initially work. We will see. Okay, bronzer, this shade actually ended up being fine on its own. Let's do blush. Okay, blush, these two were a good mixture. Now let's do the highlight. Definitely my favorite part of the makeup as of right now is the eyeshadow and this highlighter. This looks really good. I do not have their setting spray. I know they have one, but I just got another MAC Fix Plus because I love this so much, and this is their Cherry Blossom. This is actually my first full size. I actually have quite a few minis. It might be a little ridiculous how many MAC Fix Plus that I have, but I want to try this one today just because it is a new scent. And then I will go in with this one just to set everything down. I'm going to do brow gel as well off camera because I do not have one by L'Oreal. They do have one. I just don't have it. I'll be back. Okay, I did not get a chance to use this. This is their Brilliant Eyes liquid eyeshadow in the shade String of Pearls. This is a beautiful inner corner and brow bone highlight, especially the inner corner. It is gorgeous. Like, I don't even think the camera is going to pick up how gorgeous this actually is, but it is way too cool toned because it's a very frosty, like, pearl shade with blue, pink, and purple sparkles in it. This on the inner corner is beautiful, but this look is very warm toned, so it might look a little weird. So I decided not to use it. Lashes, I'm going to try not to use false lashes. I love their Voluminous Base, which is a mascara primer. It is just a white mascara primer. Nothing too special except for it makes your lashes look incredible. Now, this is new for me. This is their Butterfly Sculpt. I have several different like backup mascaras, and this was in there. Now, the original Butterfly mascara, it did not have the purple cap. It was all this silver. I've went through 4 of those. This mascara is really good. Now, this purple cap one, I have not tried yet. I'm a little nervous because, like, you have this, which the original Butterfly mascara had, but then there is no bristles on the back. On the original, it had this longer butterfly wing part, but then it had short bristles on the back. This has none. So I'm going to layer these together. You do the base first, you let it dry completely, and then you put the mascara on top. I'm going to do that and see how it turns out. Okay, base is on. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I will show you my lip combo I'm going to do. I have their lip pencil in the shade Matte in Call. Play on words for mating call. Moving on from that, this is their Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in Sweet Tooth. I love this combo, so I'm going to do that real quick. What it is about a cool toned lip with a warm toned eye look, but I love it. Now we are attempting this mascara, as scary as it looked. So far it's doing something. This is 2 coats, and I honestly don't think it's that bad. Now, if you are not someone that likes your lashes clumping together at all, you will not like this. I will say the original is better in my opinion. That one is not for the faint of heart because it will clump like a motherfucker if you are not careful. But I actually really like that look. Yes, there is mascara on my face. I will quickly get rid of that. And there we go. This is really good. I am going to push up my lashes a little bit with the lash curler once they dry more. And I'll be back. Here is the finished full face of L'Oreal. You know, minus a few products here and there, but this is it. I am loving this. I will say right now, my go-to when it comes to drugstore mascara is L'Oreal. Their Lash Paradise reigns supreme for me. If you want something that is, you know, voluminous, but a little more wispy, not so clumpy like this. If you like clumpy, that butterfly mascara, it is the Butterfly Sculpt. It's not bad. I will say the original Butterfly is so much better. I need that in my collection again, now that I'm thinking of it. I'm gonna have to do that. But L'Oreal mascaras are some of my favorites. I even remember their Miss Manga. That was amazing. I'll show you. Might be an issue. So of course I showed you the lash primer. This is my favorite lash primer, this one. And if you want to splurge, the Lancome one is really good as well. Butterfly Sculpt, like I was telling you. Then I have Lash Paradise. I have the original and I have a waterproof. The waterproof I have open right now as my only waterproof. So then we have the original. I will go ahead and show you the wand on the waterproof one. It's the same on the original. The waterproof does hold more product for some reason. I don't know. This is not open, but this is the voluminous original. I really like this one. They have telescopic, which is good if you want a lengthening mascara. They also have the collagen one. It's a black tube and it's a really good volumizing mascara. It's not going to add a whole lot of length, but that doesn't matter to me. There is also another one, the Voluminous Million Lashes. It's a gold tube. That one's really good. Like I said, L'Oreal reigns supreme in mascaras for me. I know a lot of people prefer Maybelline. That ain't my journey anymore. I really loved their 1x1 before they discontinued it. L'Oreal is where it is at with mascaras though. That was a full face of L'Oreal makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my other social medias down below.